Happy New Year, everybody. It's Friday, January 5th, 2024. You guys have seen what Emily's been up to. And she's been up to other things, but the snowman with Rudy turned out great. The local newspaper, I guess, is going to do a newspaper article on kind of their friendship and how that whole snowman thing came about, which will be pretty cool. What I've been up to is a lot of stuff. Emily's been off work with the holidays, so I really haven't focused on videotaping, but we've been knocking out projects. One of the projects I've been working on the last few days is trying to clear our trail. Now, this is the far south part of the property that goes along the county road there that goes east and west. We lost a lot of trees back there during Hurricane Idalia, but that is where it dead ends because there are like 3 trees laying across that. What I've been doing is clearing the way to get back here. So I think I've cut up a total of 5 trees so far. Versus hauling all this stuff out into our burn pit, I figured just start a little pile here. If it got out of hand, you can use the tractor and just bulldoze and push it right in the water. So the creek's still kind of high, but being cooler weather down here, the bugs aren't too bad. Like I said, it's just easier to burn this than to haul it all the way up our trail back over there. It's probably, I don't know, 10-minute tractor ride. So this is 2 or 3 trees I've been cutting up. I've got some logs here that are smaller, but we're gonna walk up this way and see what I've done. It was just kind of random, obviously, where the trees fell, but they all fell towards the south because the wind was coming out of the north. Really, I haven't been back here much since Hurricane Idalia because you just can't get back here because of the trees. So there really hasn't been much that's changed except now the canopy's opened up. But we've got these trees down here. Now there were 3 large tree trunks. By large, I mean that's probably 60 foot. And then one that was from here all the way to down there was probably 100 foot. So we've cut that up into sections, hauled all those logs up top. But with that tree going right across this, there's no way to get the tractor back here. So this path was a lot narrower before the hurricane, or before we started trying to clean up this mess. But just the way the tractor's been driving in and out of here, hopefully it grows back up, and I'm sure it will. But the big mess that I eventually have to tackle is this is where the creek is. The creek goes around here, back through there, which here's the problem, and then back there where I got the campfire going, or the little burn pile. But I've got to try to get these logs out of the creek bed. That way it doesn't dam up, and well, I mean, it's going to flood, but I'm going to try to get some of that pulled out of there. So got a chain on order. So this took a couple days to get this done. And why videotape me cutting logs and cutting up trees. So we did end up buying a log splitter. We got a 32-ton log splitter by County Line, which is a Tractor Supply brand. Used it for a couple hours and it's been great, so we'll look at it a little closer later. But this was the first tree that I had to get rid of. This thing, when it fell, it fell right there, and here's the other end of it. So again, couldn't get the tractor back here. But I've got to get that tree out because that's the creek back there that just meanders on the edge of our property. So we'll go up there, look at the amount of wood we've got, and see what other progress we made. Now that we're up here, you can see the amount of wood that we've gotten from, I don't know, 4 of the tree trunks. I guess you'd call it the trunk of the tree. That's why we had to get the log splitter. The other thing Emily ended up doing She built a large version of the wood rack. We're gonna need 2 or 3 more of those. You guys are probably wondering, you just walked away from a fire down there by the creek. Yes, I did. But I had to bring the tractor up here to fill it up with water so I can dump the water on the fire and put it out for the night. We got all this wood up here. This was the smaller stuff that I was able to cut up today. It's the wood rack that Emily built. It's a little bit bigger, so we did that. The deck is pretty much done. Needs more staining, but all in all, turned out pretty good. Shower turned out awesome. We've been using it quite a bit. Still need doors on it, but it's just us. So either way, turned out really good. It'll look even better once we have the water tank up top. That way it kind of makes sense on why this was built the way it was built. And then Emily's clawfoot tub was a challenge, but turned out great. She's used it several times. We got to come up with some kind of a privacy thing here that she's got some ideas on. We also put up these really cool cafe lights that look great at night. So we've been using the fire pit, sitting out here, taking a shower at the very end of the night. It's just nice to have endless hot water for a change when you've been living in an RV that's only got about a 5-gallon hot water tank. Coming in here, Emily's been working on a bench grinder. We haven't been doing any video of that. She just wanted to work on a project, and I, again, didn't really feel like videotaping and making another big project video, but bench grinder's turning out good. And then there's our massive log splitter. So that was our Christmas gift to ourselves, which we'll have to do a review of that at some point. Let's go down and put out that fire. I did hang out down here until the fire was almost burned up. I used to always joke with Emily that we could make her a hillbilly bathtub by filling this thing up with water and putting the bucket over a fire. And then it would also had temperature control because you could adjust the bucket up and down. But obviously never did it. Either way, gonna dump the water on this and put out the fire. Probably have to stir it up a little bit, but not bad. Probably need one more bucket. Aunt Carolyn, hope you're still watching out here at Deer Run Farm.